hold on. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I've been very distracted all night, and I have to address something. No bullshit. No kazoos. There is a thing that's been happening lately. There's some other people at Public Access, and they're not the biggest fans of our show, and that's fine. You're allowed to not be, but sometimes they show up here, and they stand and they watch, and they give us a hard time. And I just want to say there's this guy, he's been standing there all night. You've seen me the whole night. I keep looking up. This guy, he's been coming the past few weeks. And if you have something, don't put the camera on him because I don't know. No, Connor. Turn the camera away because I don't know if the guy wants to be on camera and I'm not trying to force any issues. If you want to come on camera and you want to talk about something, I am more than happy to discuss anything you want. And you can send any messages from your clique that you want to send to me, any messages you want me to send back. I'm happy to do it. If you just want to stand there and stare, you can do that too, but I'm not just going to sit here and be intimidated. So if you want to come down and say something, you can. What's that?
If there's an open forum, I'd be glad to.
Absolutely, and I've sent emails to a whole bunch of you guys. If there's an open forum, no camera yet. Do you want to come on there or not?
Sure.
Come on down, open forum. I've sent this email. Hold on, and I want to say this too. I have emailed a bunch of these guys and said, anytime you want to come on, you want to talk face to face, let's do it. So nobody in here gives this guy a hard time, no booing. Hello. Hi. I'm glad we're finally talking. You've been standing up there staring at me. We got a mic for it. No need to stare or intimidate. It's clear you're trying to intimidate me. Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
You can take my seat as long
yeah,
as you take my
Murph, you want to take a break? Murph will take a break. So what are you standing up there with your arms crossed? What? You have I've seen you up editing shows and stuff. You have a show.
I produced a couple of shows.
Hold on, we're not trying to silence you. We're not trying to sabotage you, I promise.
Jamie was trying to get back.
Okay, so you have a couple shows.
Yes.
What's your name?
Smith.
Smith, okay. Smith, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. It's okay. Well, whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about it.
Well, I'm kind of being put on the spot here.
No, absolutely. And I'm not mad. I'm not judging. I just feel like I'm happy to talk about stuff. And I know some of you guys have problems with me. So let's just talk it out.
I don't want to be the voice of everyone.
Sure.
But
that is not an intentional thing. I promise you.
I know. It's just I know how you run things here.
Okay. No. That's fine.
I'm not the voice. I'm a voice of a dissenting opinion that's within this community, within the people that work here at MNN, that think that your show is a detriment to the network.
Okay, how are we a detriment to the network? We just try to have fun?
Well, yeah, you do that. But I mean, there's preferential treatment that this show gets that other shows don't get. We're all passionate here.
Yeah, we show up, we work hard, we have a good time, and they enjoy that. They like that we work hard. We never leave a mess.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's not true, because other shows are not allowed to have food. You guys have food here.
Sandwich night. One night a year we have food. One night we have sandwiches.
Well, we don't get one night, so.
Okay, well, you're welcome. You're all invited to sandwich night.
I think I could speak on everyone when I say we'll pass on that.
Okay, man.
Don't like sandwiches.
Okay, man.
But I mean, I think it's a little disrespectful to the other shows on the network that this is like your consolation prize because you weren't able to get the Comedy Central show. Is it?
These are public airwaves, brother.
These are public airwaves. What's your?
I wouldn't say it's a consolation prize because we've been doing it before Comedy Central, so we actually are just continuing to do it because we're passionate.
But
we're
to be fair, I had another Comedy Central show fail before we came here.
You're using a public platform to further your own narcissism, your own career.
Okay.
Because if this was the really about the community, like you were just saying before, then this would be the emotionally stunted teenagers show. This would be the drug dealer show. This would be the homeless show. It wouldn't just be the Chris Gethard show.
That homeless guy was great, man.
No.
What's wrong with the homeless guy? Called from California. That's awesome.
I'm very passionate about MNN, but I think this free forum, I think that's great. But I mean, you've got kazoos. It sounds like I'm having a migraine headache now because of. Sounds like
Sorry.
cicadas invaded the studio.
Well, we're not trying to harsh your buzz, man. We're trying to just
Well,
have
can
fun.
I ask-
I'd like to think there's a place
can I
for a
ask-
comedy show on
yeah.
the 4 networks that run 24 hours a day, that we can have one comedy show.
Stop. Can I ask what your show is?
I'd rather not talk about that.
Okay.
Okay.
well,
No, I'm just curious.
It's a couple
yeah.
of different shows.
Okay.
can you give us an example of one, any?
This isn't me to like bash it. I'm just curious of like, what are the other? Because
Yeah,
I think
like,
there's
where-
such a wide catalog of
and there's
shows
great.
on
There's
public
so much
access
great stuff.
And
that it feels it just feels weird too. Just say like, oh, this one is
Yeah, I think that's
not
fair.
good.
'Cause
Because there
here's
is
why-
a lot of good that comes out of this show. Like
Yeah.
you
And
look
this
at
whole
these
station.
kids right here.
Yeah.
These guys all love coming here. They have something to do on a Wednesday at 11 for free in a super expensive city that is so
It's not
fucking hard
Eminem's
to live in.
responsibility to
That-
be responsible for the emotionally stunted.
Well, let me ask
This
you
is
this.
a
I
public.
wanna know-
This is a public space, right?
This is a public space,
This is a
yes.
public
Hi,
space,
man.
right? So anyone is allowed to come in here.
Shannon, let me
So-
sit
Can you
next to
please
him.
just
Let me
lower your
sit next to
voice
this guy.
when you're
Lower
talking
my
about it?
voice. You don't have to tell me to lower my voice when I'm expressing something about the
Okay,
show.
sure.
Because you're allowed. Because just as much as
This
this
is
is very
fair.
fair. Just as much as you're allowed not to like, you're totally allowed not to like the show. I go out. We all like. There's a lot of us that are comedians. We do comedy. People don't like it, and that's totally fine. You don't have to like it. But with anything that I don't like, someone finds good in. You know, so it's like you don't have to like this, but like a kid calls up and says he did not kill himself because of the show.
How does
this
it offend
me?
you?
Okay,
Yeah.
because Eminem is a community. You brought your comedy show that should be in a comedy club. You brought it into our studios, and
Well, I think it's fair then. Hold on, because I think it's fair then. Like, you're saying this doesn't have a place here. I would like to know what your shows are then. Just one example. Give us one example.
One
of,
is
of one.
it's a discussion about politics.
Okay.
It's a discussion about New York City politics, global politics.
Okay.
We run the gamut,
What's like a recent?
and we're helping the community.
What's a recent? Can I ask like what's a topic of a recent episode? Like what's like De Blasio stuff? Is it education
Talk about De
stuff?
Blasio.
Yeah.
Sometimes we give Spanish lessons. We do a lot of things that help the community.
Okay.
And why should a man in a Wolfman mask not be a part of that conversation?
Hey, Hakeem Mubasa, chill out.
Yeah. I mean, from a cultural standpoint, I really don't see what you're contributing with. It's like the Party City show. It's an advertisement for
It's not an
masks and
advertisement.
kazoos and.
We're not. This is not a subversive ad for Party City.
Oh yeah, of course.
I promise you.
No, it's an ad for a lot of things. It's an ad for unemployment. It's an ad for. I'm sorry.
You're offending our studio audience is yelling. This is offensive. You're just insulting. We got people yelling at you from both sides that you're insulting and offending them.
Well, this is not. This is
subliminally for Party
This is. Can you
Hold
just
on.
shut up
Let
when
me
I'm
talk.
talking,
Let me
please?
talk to the guy because it is a thing. And to be fair, I'm the one who gets the emails and I deal with it. So I do. I want to clear the air because I think I like
We
being.
would love for you to clear the air.
You want us to leave?
Yes.
So that's like.
Or you know what? I'm not trying to push you out. I'm just saying, if you tried a little harder. What's the theme of the show tonight? That you give out kazoos?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's like free expression. It's
Well,
experimental. It's like
Yeah,
seeing what happens.
Yeah, that's.
Do you ever wake up in the morning, just walk outside and say, you know what? I'm not going to do anything planned today. I'm going to see what happens.
No, I have a very strict schedule that I adhere to. Myself.
Can I ask you a
Great.
question?
I would love. Oh man, I want to teach. I want you to sign up for an improv 101 class.
Oh yeah.
And I want you to experience other people with other
Waste-
things.
I want to ask
Waste
you a
my
question
money
honestly. I
on-
want to ask you.
Worse than Ebola.
Okay. No. People aren't going to yell at this guy. I invited him on the show.
PSA.
I have a question. I have a real question I want to ask you about your politics show, and I could be wrong, but I'm taking a stab in the dark here. Have you?
Do I know the answer? Do I know this question already?
I don't know.
Yes, it is conservative.
No, it was not about that. Have you ever? I want to ask. Have you ever talked about 9/11 or the JFK assassination? Or lizard people. Have you talked about any of those three things?
Okay, all right. So this is where the personal attacks come, because I could make
You've
fun of
been
you.
sitting. You've been sitting here personally attacking a whole
No,
room
but-
full of people, man.
But I see the way you talk about the other shows, the community.
What do I do?
It's like a conspiracy. It's like, oh, there's this.
Hold on, stop. Let him talk.
I've stood up
Let
there.
the guy
and
talk, because
I've
he's
stood
being
up there.
brave.
Can you please
Just stop
can you shut up?
laughing, because the guy is brave. He's
Yeah.
come on into enemy territory, and we're not going to treat him like an enemy.
I stand up there and you talk about the community as if we are this.
The community's great.
Yeah, but I mean,
There's a handful. There's a handful of people that come
that's
at me,
the
dude.
handful that you paint broad strokes.
Okay, I mean, you have a point. I've made some jokes, and I apologize for that if they've
Yeah,
offended.
so we're not all obsessed with lizard people.
Have
or,
you ever talked about that on your show?
Yes, we've had people with all sorts of opinions.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think a wolf man should be on your show.
Can I just say something really quick though? The bottom line of this is who funds all of this? These cameras and the lights being on in the studio. Who funds that?
Technically, Time Warner, I believe. The cable companies. The cable companies
Yeah.
do kick in a lot.
Yeah, you would love for what happened here, or I'm sorry, what happened in LA to happen here. Like,
No, I don't want. I do not.
because if Eminem goes away, then you just go back to Seth Meyers. You go back to your Parks and Recreation job, you cushy life. Like, this is just your platform to.
Well, I mean, at least he knows what you're doing with your.
You talk
is
about
following
it.
your
all
Well, I
the
mean, you
time.
watch it though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
You're
I d-
interested.
I-
I don't know.
Chris
I
Gethard
feel
fan.
like you're a Chris
This
Gethard
is-
fan secretly. No.
Well, I'd love to have you
like,
back
turn it
sometime.
off.
If you want to come back sometime, we can
Don't
talk about
watch
it
it.
more in depth. For now, we have a
Am
musical
I gonna
guest.
get ambushed again?
You're not going to get ambushed. You show up. You showed up more weeks than tonight, and you stare me down, and then you leave. I try to say hello to you. You walk away. This is not. I am not the bad guy. We're just trying to have a discussion that I think is long overdue.
All right. Well, if you want to have your punk rock band,
Wow, man.
thank you for.
Thank you.
time.
Thank you
Thank you.
sincerely for coming on. A round of applause for Smith for sharing his opinion. It is not.
He did not do that on purpose.
What happened? What happened? I
He's
didn't
sitting
see.
on the floor. He did
The
not
guy's
do that on
sitting on the-
purpose,
what-
man. He did not do that on
Okay.
purpose.
Okay.
Go to the videotape.
Smith, thank you.
The shooter was
we
in
have
the
a
fucking
musical act. They rocked
warehouse.
it before. We had so much dancing and fun. Drew, get him out of here. Drew, get him out of here. Everything is okay. Okay. Drew, get him out of here. Get that guy out of here. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Okay.